First off, guys, I want to apologize for any background noise you might hear today. It is hot and sunny on this Sunday afternoon, so I have the windows wide open, and it seems like everybody in town is out on their bikes except for me. You might wonder why. This is the newest bike to hit the shop. It is a 1992 BMW R100GSPD. The GS denotes that this is the adventure model, and the PD stands for Paris-Dakar, the world-famous rally race that once went between the two cities and now is pretty much everywhere else but there. The earlier models actually did say Paris-Dakar on the tank, but legal issues forced BMW to change that to a PD in 1992. Now, nobody get too worried here. I'm not going to turn this into a cafe racer or a bobber or anything like that. Even I have my limits. This bike is just too rare for that. I've heard that there are somewhere between I've read that there were somewhere between 1,000 and 1,500 of these bikes imported to the US during their production run from 1988 to 1995. So that means that these aren't the rarest BMW motorcycle by any means, not compared to like the BMW K1 or the HP2, but this is one of those bikes that you appreciate it for what it is and not what it could be. This bike is supposed to look like a rally race bike. As far as the motor and transmission and driveline are concerned, it's really not all that different from the typical R100 GS. Most of the differences with this model lay in the bodywork, most obviously in that absolute chonker of a gas tank. It is something like 9.5 gallons. So this bike has a bunch of crash protection, upswept exhaust pipes, high ground clearance. It's meant for thinking about maybe going off-road like just a little bit. It's still like, 450 pounds. Now this particular bike, you can see it's pretty complete and pretty original, and it came with a whole host of other parts and some upgrades. One of the coolest accessories I think exists for this bike, of course, is the solo seat and the little back rack, which fortunately came with this bike, though the cover is only partially installed. As far as nice upgrades go, I've got an Öhlins rear shock, which is worth quite a bit of change. And it's got a 650 watt charging system. Today I'm tackling two issues. I'm going to clean up the carburetors. They are definitely a little gummy. It's hard to start this thing. Additionally, the front brake. That's the best part about getting a new bike, right? Immediately having to take it all apart, right? Yeah. Now I probably should make a video showing how to resuscitate these Bing carburetors, but I really don't want to. So, with a wave of the hand, the carburetors come apart and I can dump it all unceremoniously into the ultrasonic cleaner. This is a rider, not a show bike. You have to remember that. So it looks like the seals are in decent shape. They're nice and dry. So I'm just going to go ahead and reuse this. I don't feel bad about just popping some new pads in and using it as is. In fact, here are the old pads next to the new ones. They're not really even that worn. Still, just as a matter of due course, I'm going to replace the pads since I'm putting a new rotor on there. Well, I should say you should definitely replace the spring, which I'm definitely not doing. I will eventually, okay? That's how I'm going to do it. Whoop. That looks a lot better, huh? Well, you can see some time in the ultrasonic certainly did a number on that left carb. Time to put that one back together, and we'll throw the right carb in the bath.
We have a background in this garage.
Gotta get that footage somehow.